With a long and cryptic vision from Rin's prophetic powers, Tulok and Gilda have prepared themselves to venture back to the gauntlet. One hero lighter, making the burden all the heavier. Before they headed out, they checked with Lazda of Ankervale, but he could offer little more than his thanks and a few minor details, confirmations of the evil that motivates what few powers that still vie for the control below the surface. Treading back on now familiar ground, when they reached the Gauntlet ruins, a ruckus was heard from the forest line, and out came barreling a man on the run, chased by a massive marsh giant. The man quickly succumbed to the giant's deadly blows, but the death was followed up by the charge of a mysterious, gray-skinned orc, raging and wreathed in fire.
Welcome back, Uncharted Northians.
Nope.
No, you're not welcome back.
No? That's not a thing? Or they're not welcome? Yeah.
Is that what we're gonna call them? Is that what we've decided?
I don't know. I
I believe that's called a demonym, and that was a real shit one.
What about just Northerners?
What about Uncharters?
Unchartites.
Yeah, sure.
Though I have been saying the ranks in the ranks.
Oh, I
of
dig that.
Uncharted North.
I do dig that.
Really? Yeah.
Hey, dude, this is just, we're just freeballing here. Speaking of freeballing, and speaking of nicknames, Freeman.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever called you Freemander? Like Charmander?
No, that's a new one.
All right.
I kind of wish, but like it's not an obvious one.
Speaking of Pokemon, you guys fans
This
of
is
that?
like a blooming onion of segues right now.
You are listening to an Uncharted North First, the rare double segue.
I'm gonna Uncharted North's first episode on the anti-segue.
Absolutely huge Pokemon fan.
I was never into it. It came out kind of after I don't know. It just was popular for people
really?
who were younger.
Scott's
than me.
the oldest.
I'm older. You wouldn't know that. But so anyways, I want to get into it. So James, you start. Tell me about your thoughts on Pokemon and how and why I should get into it.
Fuck, how long you got?
This is my copy of Pokemon Blue from when I was a kid. It still has my save state saying that I'm a
And
Pokemon
listeners,
master
he did
and
not
that
have to
I
move to
150.
get that.
That's
Like,
Listeners,
he
he's
had it
holding
in
up the
hand.
cartridge.
Yeah, so I keep all my Game Boy games above me. So why do you want to get started? I guess is the best question to ask. Like, what about it appeals to you?
It's like, I don't know, so iconic, and so many people know everything about it, and I know what Snorlax is,
Right.
but like, and he's cute, so I guess I just want to get involved. I want to be cool.
So there's no world in which I can give you an answer where I don't just get shit on by one segment of the community. No, this is one of those communities on the internet that's just crazy divisive. There are like the hardcores, and I'm not a hardcore player.
Yeah.
So let's I'm an avid player and I'm a fan. So let's just get that out of the way.
Yeah, I'm what you would call a fan, but not an avid player. So I'm a scaled back version of what James's position is in that community.
I'm a
I
lapsed
gave up on Pokemon a while back. I love it. Are you? Yeah.
In my opinion, the best game is Heart Gold, Soul Silver. That is also reflected in the market as it's the most expensive to buy if you want like an actual physical copy.
Is that the second iteration?
Yeah, that's the remake.
Gold and Silver?
For the DS. Yeah. The original Gold and Silver were for the Game Boy Color. They were the
Mhm.
second generation, and Heart Gold, Heart Soul Silver were for the DS. They were
What
they were
came after
really
Gold and
small release
Silver?
near the end of the DS life. After Gold and Silver was Ruby and Sapphire for the Game Boy Advanced, followed by Emeralds. Though there was Crystal, which was the third
Yeah.
game on Game Boy Color.
Right. And then was it after that Black and White?
No, after that was Diamond and Pearl for the DS, and then
And they also
Platinum,
did, like,
and
a-
then Black and White, then Black and White 2.
So I played farther into the series than I remember then, because I think Black and White were the last ones I played.
Also very expensive games right now. Any of the DS games are pretty expensive. They're all sitting at around 80.
Yeah, it's almost like
$80
Nintendo
at
limits
Canadian
supply of
rubles.
their games to drive up prices.
I mean, I'm talking about on the used market, but yeah.
Yeah, I think the first games are awesome. I definitely think because it was Red and Blue to start, and then when they re-released them to Fire Red and Leaf Green. Green was like an unreleased middle one. In
Well, Green was
America.
actually the part of the first. Yeah, it was
released
part of the
in
first
Japan, but
release
not
in
America.
Japan.
And then Yellow was eventually released in America. But the redo of the Fire Red and Leaf Greens, I think, were really, really great. So if you're going to start somewhere, Scott, I would say start there.
They're on the Game Boy Advanced.
Game Boy Advance, yeah. And then from there, I honestly don't know. A couple iterations later, it's still pretty fun, but I started losing steam when they wanted my Pokemon to be shiny. They wanted me to put ribbons on them, and they were made of ice cream cones. And I couldn't do it anymore. I was like, they haven't actually improved the game they have. They've just added a lot of weird aesthetic shit that like
Well, it's
really
kind of a plus and a
annoys the hell
minus
out
to
of
some
me,
people
and I
because
just
the
couldn't
core
do it anymore.
mechanics have stayed the same
Yeah.
through the games. I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't played the newest ones, but the last ones I played were Black and White. But like, you're playing a Pokemon game, you know what you're getting into. There's just a bunch of extra zany shit.
Yeah, so the new ones, they have iterated on the mechanics, specifically with Legends of Arceus, which I haven't, full disclosure, I haven't played Shining Pearl, the Sword and Shield DLC, or Legends of Arceus, even though they did change the mechanics for Legends of Arceus, because I am also going through a little bit of a Pokemon burnout, but I've been a fan my whole life. And I play these games as they drop, except for the Game Boy Advanced ones. But if you want to go back and you want to revisit the story of the first one and what it feels like, Let's Go on the Switch is actually pretty good. The controls are a little wonky, and they've added some stuff from Pokemon Go, but it gets the point across well enough that I enjoyed it as like a traditionalist. Like I go back and play Red and Blue once every couple of years.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
once in a blue moon, I download a Game Boy emulator and I toss Red in and I just zoom through the game on
Yeah.
like a super speed mode and just like get my my fix and then move on.
The one I've had the most fun playing though is Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, which are remakes of the GBA ones because I
Mhm.
never played those as a kid, but
Oh,
they're
yeah.
on the 3DS and they're pretty readily available at a.
And
at a
I know it's not a
reasonable market
Pokemon
price.
game, but I just wanted
Well-
to touch on Pokemon Go for a second because I think one of the funnest times in my life, it was right before the world all started going to shit. But when that game came out, it was the closest to world peace I think we ever had. There was like a couple weeks there. I was living in like downtown Montreal, and the parks were just full of hundreds and hundreds of people 24/7.
Yeah.
Hundreds of strangers
Yeah,
enjoying something together out of
like
nowhere.
a crowd of
it
people
was
would
actually
see
pretty
a
uncanny.
fucking Charizard or something pop up across the park, and a herd of teenagers would run at it. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually still play Pokemon Go every day. Probably I open it, but it's more of a shame
Mobile
dopamine
games in
hit than
general.
anything now.
That's the best type. Well, you know what? I was watching a pretty interesting documentary on the future of augmented reality games, and they look like they're going to be pretty cool. But in order for everyone to see the same Pokemon or whatever monster in the same space, there's gonna be some freaky Google Earth on crack stuff going on. So all right, guys. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I am looking forward to trying Pokemon. I will let you know, listeners, how it goes. I'll try it on my Switch potentially, but I do
Hold 'em
want
to
to play
it.
those old school ones, so I got to figure out how to get involved with that.
You
Oh,
just
but
tell me you
before
want to
we
get
go any
involved in
further,
it, and I'll make it
Red
happen.
and blue,
Okay.
who's your starter? Freeman?
Squirtle. Always Squirtle.
Honestly, I want it to be Squirtle, but it's I think it's Charmander because he's the toughest one to go through to the start. But
True.
he's the
I
most
mean,
powerful one
I'm
by
a
the end.
Bulbasaur guy,
Freemander,
so I
knew
guess
it.
Look at the. Yeah, I
Ooh,
mean, it's the
that's
easiest way to
just
get through the start. but-
controversial. I've used Bulbasaur many times, but that's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Bulbasaur's great through the first two gyms.
Yeah.
Right until you
he's
hit a
like
fire
no better
he's the best
Pokemon for
through
early
the first
game.
two, yeah.
All right, and
Well,
with that,
speaking of fire
wild
Pokemon,
orc appeared.
You just had an orc covered in flames start to calm down.
Oh my god, Scott's victory stance right now. Look, you made us laugh.
That was
doesn't
good.
make it a good
Come
segment.
on, man. Come on, man.
You nailed it. As somebody who's not a fan of the series, I got to give you mad respect for that.
Yeah, a wild orc appears for sure. You've got this orc just boom, right in front of you, pretty much saving the day. A lot of awkwardness, like lots of misses, lots of low rolls in that combat. But holy shit, did he clean up at the end? And I mean, big red herring there with Reginald running through and just getting stomped. Duncan's idea, by the way.
Yeah, that was an awesome red herring. I'm kind of sad we didn't save him. I was wondering if he was going to be our next Shad, and Duncan was just playing him, and that we were supposed to save him.
It was Duncan's idea, and I picked the stat block, and I purposely hid it from everyone so that no one could see. And hunt prey. We were hoping to get you guys, and I think I'm at least quite sure we got James, because when he said he was going to hunt his prey, James was like, "Yes!"
Yeah,
he got excited.
Yeah, I love it. That's a ranger.
Mechanic. Yeah,
I'm a
I
big
thought the
fan of
exact same
rangers.
thing. And then I pretty much metagamed it because as soon as James questioned you about did he make his roll, and you were like, nope, and James was like, yes, sir, or something like that, or copy that. I was just like, oh
no
yeah,
further questions. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. I'm like, okay, he's gonna die. But then I felt bad, and then after I already knew he was dead, I'm just like, I guess I should at least metagame enough to waste a spell.
Yeah,
on
that's
this,
all
'cause I
right.
probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Was it your gloves? Or your healer's gloves?
First time you get the
once per
healer's
day?
gloves, you use them on a dead body. That's
Wasted.
great.
Yeah. We just keep keeping the physic theme alive. That's all. Yeah, I've been talking to Duncan behind the scenes about whether or not his next backup will be related to Reginald.
Yeah, the lore runs deep.
Who knows?
so.
That'd be fun. His brother Feginald.
Yeah,
of
so
for
you're
revenge.
The orc's gonna calm down a bit, and like when you see the fire leave his eyes, he actually kind of looks pretty calm. And what you do notice about him is he doesn't have like a normal green skin color. He is deathly gray, like he looks like a corpse. But there's a warmth in his eyes once like the fire leaves it, different kind of warmth. And he turns to them and says, "A wise philosopher once said, 'Teach a man to fish, and he will fish for a day. But slice a fish in half, and the day is done early. Greetings, friend. You may call me Krucka.'"
And Lady Gilda takes 11 bleed damage. roll me a flat check.
Can I just lay on hands instead?
You sure can. Yeah.
Okay. She'll lay on hands for 18 healing.
Okay. Boom. Healed.
I didn't
Krucka,
mean
you
to
said.
take your breath away.
Dun, 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 dun.
Careless Whisper Place.
No.
I'm Gilda of August, and this is Sage Tulok.
I'm sorry, did you say your
Krucka.
name was Krucka
Two
or Krugga?
Q's. No
Krucka.
U's.
Ah, Krugga.
As if that clears it up.
Ah, yes. Well, glad we could help you kill that creature, but I believe your friend is dead in the water over
He was
there.
no
Do you
friend of
not
mine,
wish to tend to
and
him?
it was me that helped you. A wise butcher once said, when there's meat on the table, you must slice it when it's fresh. And then he glances off into the middle distance.
Oh. Middle.
Put sunglasses on.
Well,
Seems
I am
like
one
you've
of
met a
them.
lot of wise people in your day, Krugga. Then what are you doing at the Gauntlet? This place is
That is why I have
the
come.
root of the evil in the area.
I
don't you know?
believe you're acquainted with a Rin Savinci. Well, a wise Rin Savinci once said, you will have to help these adventurers when the time is right. I heard an awful caterwauling through the woods, like a child being chased by a fish with legs. That's a metaphor.
Oh, that got
And knew the time was right to strike. I've been keeping tabs on this invasion of the dead, and it needs to be stopped. Peace has to be brought to this land.
Well, we definitely agree with that sentiment. Has Rin told you of us? We
Yes,
are here
I expected you to be
cleanse this
taller.
evil. Ah. Thank you. I always thought that 6'1" was enough, but
He's
How
not
tall
even
is
that
Krucka?
tall. Yeah.
5'8".
he's 5'10", but he says he's 5'11".
He's got platform high boots on.
It's got lifts.
I guess more importantly,
She
did
told
Rin
me you
tell
had
you
suffered
of our other
losses.
companions.
That's what I said. God above.
Gee.
As he says that, the body of Reginald is just like slowly lapping under the water.
Just half submerged. Like Shad in the bag of holding. Oh god.
Tulok, obviously, all jokes aside, is gonna turn around and start to pull Reginald out of the water. Could one of you help me with this? I'm not as strong as you. Although I may have a few inches
Not
on
where
you
it
there,
counts.
Krucka.
And he will pat his axe that's hanging on his back.
And Gilda will help you pull Reginald out of the pond. Gilda pats him down, looking for any sort of identification. Like, I mean, I know she's not going to find a wallet with a driver's license, but at
He
some
was a
point
fully
they're going
grown
to
man,
find this
just,
kid's
you
next
know,
of kin.
slender of build. Thank you.
This fully grown man's next of kin.
Thank you. All you find is he's got a club, a composite short bow. I think Duncan might have misspoke with a crossbow last episode. Doesn't matter. Padded armor. There's a snare kit and some arrows. Otherwise, the big creature has that gaff.
Tulok will take the wand and waving it over top of Reginald, cast Gentle Repose, wasting another great spell on him, and
God.
will pull out Duffy.
Oh, hello. Oh, friends. Oh, so good to see you. Oh, I'm ready to regurgitate these files and papers now.
Duffy, I have something else for you today.
Oh, okay.
I hope that you enjoy this. And
Oh my
he
god.
slides the body into Duffy's
No,
mouth.
no, oh, this is most unpleasant. Oh, why did you do that, Master Tulak? Oh, why? It's in my belly. It's in my belly and roiling around. This is not nice at all.
I don't like the way that any of this is going. I'm going to retcon this. Tulak casts Gentle Repose and asks Lady Gilda to help him slide it into this forward building here.
Okay. They do that.
I will come back for him
Greco will
later.
look on a bit bemused.
No use for me then, Master Tulak. Are you going to introduce me to your friends?
Maybe later. We have business to attend to right now. But Duffy, we will need your help soon.
Oh, thank you, Master Tulak.
And he just like climbs you like a kitten. Just like latches onto your back.
We're going on an adventure. This is fun.
Well, Krucka,
Even sounds like Teddy Ruxpin.
I'm Duffy Bindleford.
follow us. But in the meantime, perhaps you should take a look at these maps to acquaint yourself with the Gauntlet. We recently found these in the chambers of a vile, vile creature, whom I expect you will meet,
Excellent.
and our friend met his end with. While we go down, just get a handle
Perfect.
on.
A wise
Later.
cartographer once said, I think, therefore I will think on these maps. But he will
Makes
nod
no sense.
sagely every time he
Keep
says
'em
one of these
coming.
things.
And you're sure you want to come along, even with all that information? Can it be dangerous and bloody? And chances
I
are
would be willing to
you'll
bet I
fare
will
no
fare
better than
better than
Reginald over
Reginald
there.
over there. However, I'm sure I will come. I've seen the evil that has plagued the city, and it must be eradicated.
Are
I
you a
live
citizen of
outside the
Otari?
town.
How is
I
it that we've
tend
never
to keep
met?
to myself. I read many books. You can tell why I'm so smart.
Yes. From one book reader to another, you are wise beyond your years. Are you old? Are you well? You seem
I've been this way
unlike
since
any
I was
other
a
orc I've
child.
ever met.
I was lost at sea and washed ashore. And it was from there that I forged my way through life with nothing but brawn and intellect. And charisma.
I have seen you
In
display
spades.
all of these traits so far. And Tulak will
God, I'm crying.
give the nod to Lady Gilda. I think we broke Freeman.
Yeah, trying our best to get the fuck out of that conversation. We make our way down to the third level. Start hunting for secret rooms.
All right, so we got to vamp right now because Freeman's making weird noises.
Okay, I'm recovering. I promise.
So they head.
Oh God, what'd you say? You can tell how smart I am.
What do you mean? I say that all the time.
Oh God. Oh, I am in love with this character already. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. So I want to point out real quick, that was very clever use of the blueprints you found, Tulak, to get him caught up to speed. So hero point for that. I've applied it to you already.
Yeah.
And because I'm busting a gut here,
Hell
Gruffy gets
yeah.
a replacement for his spent one as well. Cool. Whew. Found yourself a new party member. Let's head on down. Where do you want to go?
I don't know, but I just want to throw this out here real quick as we're passing by because we haven't seen this top level map for a long time. And we are currently kind of just to the south of the throne room. Remember how badass it was when Samal just like double sliced the king in the neck to like kill him?
Yeah,
And
Boss
just-
Scrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Blood was spraying everywhere and we should have questioned him, but
And he was totally merciless. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome.
Here, I'll show you something actually. If you had spoken to Boss Strong, shoot, where's it at? He would have revealed this map to you, which would have exposed these swamp dragon that you fought, the Drake, the River Drake,
Mhm.
and you would have known where the bad guy was, the bad guy throne, where Grolgust was. Yeah, he would have given you a few more hints, and he also would have given you some hints on the upper level as well. He would have shown you ghosts, which is where the corpse lights were. Sting, which was where the giant scorpion was. Lots of cool little things there. Again, big shout out to Mark Pierce for these. These are wicked cool. I tried to make my own, and I failed miserably, and you never end up using them. So this is way better. Even
These are very, very cool. How come they call them mushroom eye people? Because he did say mushrooms.
Yeah, he said mushrooms when he was dying, and that's
We
exactly
fought
why.
mushrooms in that room.
No, this is where the
No, I'll re-show you a picture of the basic Morlock. They basically interpreted their eyes to look like mushrooms. That's it.
Not my first
Called them the
choice, but
mushroom-eyed
you know,
people. Yeah,
cool.
but they're little gremlins. They're were they mitflits? Not terribly intelligent. So it was a red herring, realistically.
All right, we continue down.
We just want to go right to the library.
I was just thinking that we would go to the spying hall first,
Spy.
because it's right by the stairs. Then probably secure, and then probably grotto, if everyone's cool.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good to me.
For listeners, spying hall is behind that evil eye room we talked about, where I use Shad as a meat shield.
A literal meat
Yeah, I
shield.
think
That is the
missed
name of
that
the
meat
episode.
shield.
I think.
All right, I've moved you to level 3. The library level. So you are in this narrow hallway just past the room where you met Augrail. Now you're heading north the other direction. The spying hall is on your left, and where the supposed ghost of Otari, the second location, is on just on your right. It's the west and east.
Gilda is taking the defend action, and as they're making their way through the gauntlet, she's making sure to point out to Krugga everything that Tulak and Physic pointed out to her when she first came down.
Mm-hmm.
Just so he's got a general idea of the bearings, making sure that he knows where it is on the map. Because this place is labyrinthine.
Oh yeah,
It really is, yeah.
it's almost like a mega
alright.
dungeon.
Almost like it. Stepping into the room with the watching eye. It is barren and dull now. Just an old, torn couch. However, I want to point out something really cool. Again, shout out Mark Pierce. We missed all these, sadly, as we were going through. But check this out.
Oh, that's fun.
Little tile for the eye to appear on the wall. And then I can just disappear it when it's gone.
Oh,
Pretty
cool.
neat. Yeah. Changes the color of the room. You step into this room and you take a boo at where this map tries to show you there's a way. And sure enough, you give that wall a push, the wall to the north, a push, and it opens with quite a bit of ease.
Okay.
And you step into a plain angled hall with 4 alcoves. There's one to the north, one to the northwest, one to the south, and one to the southwest along this strange shaped hall. Each western alcove has a silvery circle of runes inlaid on the floor. And it's quite obvious that a peephole on the eastern wall within this little space allows observation of the previous room for spying.
Did you say those were teleportation circles?
They're like silver, there are they're like circles on the floor, maybe from silvery runes.
So are they teleportation circles as Tulak knows them, or no?
They look pretty similar. Let me roll you a check here. Yeah, you would assume that these very much are smaller versions, very similar to the scraped away one from the one on the surface. This tiny little alcoves.
So does Tulok, with his limited knowledge of this, believe that there's different types of teleportation circles, or they're just compact with the same?
Yeah, you're not totally sure, but yeah, they appear to be. I guess you would assume that the larger one is the more creatures can use it at once, or a larger creature can use it at once, but the receiving end, might not be receptive. So think of it closer, like akin to like if you were to use like an enlarged creature as a spell, it wouldn't work if there wasn't enough space to enlarge. So
Got
you would
it.
just lose the spell. So similar idea, it just wouldn't activate. They were trying to come something larger, or more people were trying to come to this spot. So that really dictates how they're used, if as it were.
Copy that.
Are you guys investigating or anything? Like,
Yeah, I mean, Tulok will just search the room, and if for anything else in here, he doesn't, not looking for secret rooms, but he's just looking for anything.
You actually notice the one that's to the northwest appears to be scraped clean, just like the one on the surface. So it looks, especially you can recognize the runes. There's maybe little tiny bits of silver left. Doesn't look like it would be restorable, just like that one. The other two look to be intact, though, to the south. But otherwise, there's nothing else to see other than it's very obvious from this side, the sort of peepholes in the wall to watch those who would normally sit in that room, presumably reading.
Interesting. It's like, do they bring guests into here and then spy on them, or what? They teleport in behind them and take a look at them? It's weird. All right. Well, I don't know. So should we move on to the secure room off the private collection
Let's
where
do
the
it.
shrine is?
Or do you want to go fight the golem again?
Ooh, interesting.
No.
Actually, especially
go.
with Krucka,
Yeah, that's a good point.
with the fire against a wood golem.
Yeah, the previous knowledge you had was that they have golem anti-magic, but magical fire specifically can do something else, and like kind of subvert that. But alchemical fire was not your friend in that situation.
Can you just recap a little bit about the golem's resistances that we would have learned, because I don't remember.
Yeah, the anti-magic is a weird mechanic, but it basically is immune to all magic, but is automatically susceptible to a certain type of magic. So fire is one, but you don't do the listed fire damage according to what you attack with. Rather, it takes a specified amount of untyped damage because of the anti-magic's reaction to the magical fire. So it's a really strange kind of concept. And then they're also harmed by it's healed by plant effects and slowed by earth effects, which I don't think you guys have at your disposal. So otherwise, it shot volleys at you, it punched you, and it had tons of immunities that James has just posted in the chat there.
also had hardness, I believe, that I needed to overcome, which I was.
It had a physical resistance, but you couldn't overcome the fact that it's immune to non-lethal attacks.
Yeah.
But it does have physical resistance, bypassed by adamantine.
We should go in the secure room first, see if there's some sort of boon in there as well. But I'm down to fucking...
Yeah, I'd like
Fuck
to
around with
securely
this
build
stupid
another
wood
character more fully first. Yeah, no, actually, he's good
This is
for
the
it.
man with the fiery chopping axe who has
Yeah,
the best
come on,
chance
man.
of beating it.
Tulok heads into the private collection room with Lady Gilda following. He is pretty interested to see what is going on in here, so he's kind of huffing it and
Okay.
goes straight to that corner where he knows that there should be a secret room, and will start his search. Your token's so cool.
Yeah, you walk up to this tiny little nook in this crazy looking room. Reminder that there's this huge flesh composed like effigy on the back wall that you guys have left there. And it's just like rotting and stinking. Bodies have been gathered up by Ogriel and removed, and this place was already trashed and destroyed. There's like those bookcases for displays that have been smashed, and there's even more damage to them since you've been in here last. And you pass through and by all of this carnage and find your hands running along the side of this wall and finding a little stone. You just push in and it just cracks a door open almost seamlessly, but with this grinding as if it has not been opened for a very, very long time. It takes a little effort to get it past its initial threshold. Within the room is built-in shelves all along the walls. Books line the shelves to the north and south, while a stack of loose scrolls sit on the western side as you come through the east. There's a single chair and a small writing desk with a folio in the middle of the room. And there is tons in here. There's a massive tome that stands out on the northern shelf, and another that stands that is large that sits on the southern shelf as well. Otherwise, there's scroll upon scroll in that folio. What would you like to do?
Tulok will turn to his companions and say, "There's many books and scrolls in here. Lady Gilda, watch our back. Kruka, perhaps you want to take a look at these with me." And he just goes straight for one of those big tomes.
Is there anything I can eat? These look delicious.
Oh, don't worry, Duffy. You'll eat plenty.
Kruka will step in the room like, oh, yes.
Spicy.
Many well-bound books. And he'll turn to the scrolls. And spineless books. Those cowards. And he will turn to just grab a book and pick it up.
And Tulok would like to roll bookbinding lore to know if they're actually well.
Are you about to blind me with library science?
Damn it. No, he only rolled a 13.
They are they are bound the bestest.
All right.
As far as you can tell.
Now tell me about it.
They actually are in remarkably good condition. Which large standing out one do you go to first? The north or the south one?
North.
You go to the north and grab that big old tome, and it is written in Aklo. Do you read Aklo?
Do not.
And so you thumb your way through it, but you cannot actually discern its contents at the moment.
Okay.
I think Ogriel reads Aklo.
May well do.
Oh.
Pending hero point.
If he does, that's a hero point for sure.
Okay. I mean, he would have we had him read something that we couldn't read before that I'm pretty sure was Aklo.
It was the signs in Undercommon on the doors.
Oh. No, it was a book or something we
Was
had
there a
him
book too?
translate. It was the contract
like
for the
Infernal
devil.
or Abyssal.
No, that would have been an Infernal. Someone else.
Oh, okay.
Someone
Guilty
else read
Grace.
that in Infernal.
Sorry, that was mean.
All right, go.
The character bleeding into his person.
Crockett
Go
takes
on.
the one to the south.
Goes to the south. He picks up a book.
Well, it's a
It's
good
a
thing I'm so
hefty,
strong in
hefty
both
tome.
mind and body to lift a tome and read it like this.
The cover is brown and green, and there is on its cover on the front a skull with a moss in its mouth.
Vegetarians.
Oh shit. Nimbeloth.
And if you crack open the front, it simply reads,
In which
"The
language?
Whispering Reeds." It's a double E. In common. And it is a very full and big book that
I guess he
requires
just
some time
starts
to
leafing through it.
thumb through.
See what we get.
Okay. While he's doing that, Lady Gilda, what are you doing?
She's going to take the scout action instead of defend this time, just to make sure that their ass is actually covered. Like,
Okay.
this is a room that nobody's been in for centuries and probably for a reason. And she still doesn't like the look of this effigy, so she's just going to sit there, eyes open.
Tulok will, after a short time, decide to cast Comprehend Language upon himself to read this book.
Okay. You cast that spell and give it a read, and it's thick and very detailed. It's going to take you the better part of 8 hours to sort through.
What's it called?
It appears to be a bunch of personal journals of Belcora herself.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
That is tight. Okay.
Some extremely valuable information
Yeah.
might be in there.
So Tulok with like just a fucking glimmer in his eyes. So stoked. Just looks up from the pages and says, You won't believe this. This is Belcora herself's journal. The amount of information in here. Who knows what we could find out. It's thick. It's a big book. It will take many hours to read, but I believe that this tome could give us information that is well worth the time. Perhaps we should study here.
How long does Comprehend Language?
Ooh, great call. It's 1 hour.
So we need 8,
Is there a summary
well,
on the
7
book, Jack?
castings of that.
I can make it work if we're not going to fight that wood golem. I have enough castings of it. That being said,
Okay.
if we want to fight wood golem, I need to save haste.
I don't think we should, because I can't without taking a -4 to my attacks or a -2 to my attacks, I'm not going to be able to really even do anything.
Okay.
So I'm not ready to go wood golem, and this seems like a much more valuable use of your and Duffy's time.
Yeah.
Well, let's fucking do it.
To be fair, I know you're really digging into your character build here. You don't have to punch it. We've talked about this. You can pull it.
No,
out of
I
the
know,
weapon,
and
yeah.
I've looked at the Retribution Axe a couple of times.
Yeah. And also, by the way, we glossed over it because I did point it out earlier. But if you guys have wanted, we can retroactively say you picked up that gaff. It's a +1 striking gaff, martial weapon. It's fucking beast.
Oh, yeah, we totally forgot about that. That would have gone into fucking Duffy's gullet for sure.
Yeah, it's a versatile tripping weapon that can do bludgeoning or piercing.
I'll just take it.
Um,
Don't even put it in Duffy. Just give
Okay.
it to me.
Pretty happy with the
Unless
axe,
Krucka wants
but,
it, 'cause-
he's also got a lot of carry weight available if you don't want to hold it.
Well, it depends on the bulk, but I'm okay.
It's in your inventory now.
Okay, gaff it up.
Yeah, it
Regular
looks like
gaff factory around here.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Also gonna throw Reginald's goods into Tulok's bag.
But yeah, if you want to take 8 hours here, man, I'm totally cool with it. We could even get Augrail and get his help to go through it. Maybe we could even make it go faster.
Yeah, and there's other stuff in here, the scrolls and stuff we haven't looked at. Like
Yeah, like the
Augrail
book
can take a look
Krucka's
at
reading,
shit.
is that-
Let's just do it all.
Is there anything he can glean from
Okay,
that? Is that
okay.
8 hours as well, or he's a pretty fast reader?
That's gonna take a long time as well. Yeah. All right.
This is going to be a running.
As you
theme.
can tell, he's so smart. Oh my god, he's killing me. You summon Augrail.
Oh my. What have you found here? This looks incredible.
These are books that are unlike any others we've ever seen.
Secrets. Secrets from the past.
Keep them
These
secret. Keep them
scrolls.
safe.
There's a wealth of information here. These scrolls, they detail together, and
He's just rifling through them, pulling out, looking at them.
they detail so many things on the functions of something I don't know, Do you know what a gauntlet is?
Yes, Augrael. That is this place. The gaunt light is above us. The gaunt light is the blue light that has necromantic magic that is spread through this place. Maybe you've not
Like in the
seen
reading room.
it. Yes, you have seen it. Exactly.
Yes, that makes sense. Oh, I can see it here. It's a house,
The
a
opposite of a
lighthouse.
heavy house.
What is a lighthouse? Oh, that makes less sense when I look at these scrolls. Could you elaborate?
Pay him no mind. But this is Krucka. and
Who is this big
Augrael.
orc thing?
I'm sorry, I lost myself in the book. I did not introduce you, but he is our new traveling companion. He is very smart and likes books, much like you.
You are the replacement of the goblin. May your skin stay attached to you.
It tends to.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Augrael's helpful, but he's creepy.
I'd imagine Krucka's not like afraid, but just kind of weirded out by this skinless creature shambling around.
Mhm. Yeah. Surely they gave you a warning ahead of time, but like it's probably still very unnerving. There must be a part of you, myself, knowing Krucka's deal a little bit better than everyone else. I think he has I remember you saying he may have a little bit of tendency towards druidic ways and balance and neutralism and stuff. And this is the sort of thing that would normally be obviously
for sure.
out of bounds. It's unfair.
But he's also not so far off from kind of relating to the creature coming from like that grave orc background. So he sees the balance in it,
Right.
but he's not comfortable around something that seems so far out of whack. And he's also really smart.
Interesting.
Yeah, so Augrael reveals that the scrolls are a detail of Gauntlet itself. Also going to take about 8 hours to read through. And they are written in Aklo as well. So Augrael does read Aklo.
Oh, sick.
You were right about that, yeah.
Hero point for James.
No.
He remembered an NPC's random language. All right, buddy.
He remembered that an NPC might know it.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, no, not have it.
Okay, so we spend 8 hours. Augrael does the scrolls. Krucka does the whispering reads. Tulok and Duffy do Belcora's diary.
And you're gonna drop all those spell slots. Can you actually do that much?
Well, I can only do 7, so does Duffy make it a little quicker or no? Oh,
We
yeah,
also have the scroll.
There we go. I could use the scroll.
How can you do 7? It's a duration of 1 hour per.
Yeah, and I've got 4 second level.
Oh,
And I've got
you guess a
3
third level. Oh yeah, check you out. Okay,
And then the
and
scroll.
you have that
is a
scroll,
third
so you're gonna burn the scroll too.
Well, but
right.
does Duffy cut down on the time or no?
So Duffy, let me just double check how Duffy works. It's been a hot minute in real world time. Yeah, it should be under miscellaneous for you guys. Should be available. He gives you a +2 item bonus on research checks and prevents you from critical failures. And then he helps you identify the lowest DC of a magical item based on magical tradition, if there is one. So no, he does not actually speed up the time. I kind of misspoke earlier, I guess, with that, but he's an aid for research purposes specifically. This is not something that takes you a check to do. It is something that just takes time.
Okay.
While
Lay
they're
on,
doing
player.
this for the 8 hours, Krucka would turn to Lady Gilda, having seen her heal herself, and say,
I feel a bit weak, though. That's probably just my seasonal allergies. Could you please heal me?
Yes.
You want me to heal your allergies?
Or just in general.
All right, come here. And she presses a hand to his chest
Beautiful,
for 18
thank
points of
you.
healing. Is that enough?
Another one would be
for,
good. I got hit pretty hard.
She'll attempt to treat wounds, DC 15.
No, you guys are sitting here for 8 hours. You can literally just get it done.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. She'll just lay on hands until everyone.
Although, if you want to roll a crit fail and damage him in the meantime, I'm here for it. Okay, what do you want to do first? Let's do the Gauntlet, shall we? All Grail is voraciously reading. Gauntlet is much more, of course, than a 115-foot tall lighthouse rising from the heart of an old ruin in the fog fen. Its pale stone walls extend far below the ruins, passing through 8 different dungeon levels.
Oh.
And finally terminating at the 9th level below the surface,
Holy shit.
where its deep foundation centers on an ominous chamber where long ago Nimbaloth herself supposedly once physically brushed against this world. But once she finished its physical construction, the sorcerer Belcora Hyrovex used this spot as a source of power to infuse the walls, floors, and ceilings of each of Gauntlet's levels with eldritch power. The lens at the apex of the lighthouse would have, in time, been able to focus this lingering eldritch energy into a powerful beam. But Belcora's plans were cut short before she could replace the mundane lenses with very dangerous magical ones. As an artifact, Gauntlet cannot be damaged by normal means. Its walls are impenetrable and impervious to any attempt to breach them by anybody except for followers of Nimbaloth. They block effects that allow temporary passage, such as Pass Wall, also create a barrier against dimensional travel. The walls attempt to counteract teleportation effects and planar travel into or out of areas within Gauntlet, and efforts to summon creatures into the area, using a counteract modifier, mechanically, of a plus 37. This effect does not stop a summoned creature from departing when the summon ends, however. In Gauntlet's current state of diminished functionality, it can be activated only in the 2 ways below, by swapping in a series of magical lighthouse lenses that focus Nimbaloth's baleful gaze, lenses so powerful that even Belcora had taken special care with them. The artifact gains significantly greater power, including the ability to reach all the way to Absalom, and to activate its effects every minute.
Oof.
The 2 effects that can be activated now. Once per month without these lenses. A pale blue beam can shine from Gauntlet's lens and illuminate a 30-foot radius centered on any point within 1 mile. Saturate the region, causing corpses in the area or within 10 feet of the surface of the illuminated area to animate as level -1 undead. Once animated, the undead remain active until slain, until then they remain uncontrolled and are driven only by the desire to slaughter the living. If Gauntlet were to be fully restored, the undead instead would animate at a level of 15 or less.
Oof. No thanks.
The other action is also once per month. The pale blue beam can shine and illuminate a 30-foot radius burst centered on any point within 1 mile, and the user chooses 1 creature of 4th level or less that is physically located within Gauntlet. This creature is then teleported to any point within this illuminated radius, and if Gauntlet is restored, any number of creatures within Gauntlet of 15th level or lower can be transported.
So that was like that weird scorpion spider fucking thing.
The Scalathrax. So both of these were activated at the same time.
Does that mean that it can be used on the first, or that there's a full month in between?
Yeah, it's a full month thing. Yeah,
Got it.
it's
Not a
not
Patreon
it's
payment.
not at the full moon sort of deal. Actually, I guess it's closer to at the full moon kind of deal, I guess. But yeah, that is the Gauntlet.
Interesting. 9 floors?
Yeah, below the surface.
Mm-hmm.
With 10 total. You're on 4. Belcora's history. Tulok nearly as voraciously sorting through the information. The Harovex family tree both sprawls and surges with sorcery. The family's strongest bloodlines have an aberrant strain, which provides family prestige as well as sorceress power. Generations of Harovexes married within the family to strengthen this lineage, and most powerful Harovexes lived in Absalom 500 years ago. These Absalom Harovexes made secret obeisance to the outer gods for great wealth and greater power, but none in the family approached the power of their youngest scion, Belcora Harovex. Belcora had been told every day for as long as she could remember that she was the harbinger of Nimbaloth, the eyes of empty death, and that she was her family's greatest hope for power and posterity. The Harovexes enacted abhorrent rites in their worship, including bloody sacrifices, and the authorities eventually caught wind of their crimes. The Harovexes were finally driven from the Isle of Kortos in 4219 AR, forced to leave their estates and luxuries behind. Belcora was only 6 years old at the time, but as she grew, her rage at losing her home solidified into an overwhelming hatred of Absalom and everyone in it. Most of the exiled Harovexes died in poverty, but Belcora grew strong and proud. At 17, she interpreted visions from Nimbaloth that led her back to the Isle of Kortos to plan her revenge, far above a subterranean shrine to Nimbaloth called the Empty Vault. In a lonely stretch of wooded coast, a few dozen miles from Absalom, Belcora erected her magical lighthouse and called it Gauntlet. She dug deep beneath it to reach the shrine she had seen in her visions, and while she worked, she began to plan her revenge. She would draw subterranean monsters and violent beasts into her secret dungeons, which she called the Abomination Vaults.
Oh, that's what it's all called.
Yeah, that's what it's all called.
They said the thing.
And she would use Gauntlet's magic to send them into Absalom to wreak havoc. She enacted the first part of her plan, expanding the Abomination Vaults and raising a defensible keep around the lighthouse. She leveraged family acquaintances to acquire powerful retainers and champions to lead her monstrous forces. Belcora had also bound several devils to serve her as overseers and administrators, and her Abomination Vaults consists of 10 full levels, including the ruins around Gauntlet on the surface. They are, from top to bottom, the ruins of Gauntlet Keep, the servants' quarters, the library, Belcora's living chambers, the arena, the flesh-warping laboratories,
Oh, shit.
the prison, the farm caverns, the hunting cavern, and the temple, which holds the Empty Vault.
This is awesome.
Specific details on the construction of these vaults are not offered. There are mentions of the arena where she pitted enemies amongst monstrous champions for her amusement, torture chambers, links to the Darklands, and a great temple where, quote, once the empty death herself brushed against this fragile world. Belcora's entries often speak of her minions in the abstract, as if bragging about how many have come to serve her in creating the complex, but she only ever mentions one by name. Her, quote, amusingly vain apprentice, Volek Azrene. One of the last entries describes how this apprentice arrived from, quote, a community of upstart and meddlesome drow below to serve her. The notes don't provide any further information about this drow community. And this also opens up a new research topic
Oh boy.
for flesh warping.
Sick. And I mean sick as in disgusting.
Listeners, if you could see Scott's like physical reactions right now, he's just like, yeah. He is having it.
I'm fucking pumped.
Feed him more.
I mean, this Bill Cora sounds like a
I
real
want more.
jerk. Hmm.
Real piece of work.
Something like that.
She
For
was born
a
in
broke
a generation
17-year-old, she got a lot done. I don't think.
But no, she was stripped of all of it by the time
Yeah,
she,
but that's
by
the
when she was 6
classic,
years
you know.
old. So
riches to rags to riches kind of story.
Yeah. Except
Classic.
I'm going to come out and I'm going to see her and I'm going to be like, aberrant bloodlines, high five. And then buddy cop.
Oh,
Krucka, how's your
a
society?
+8. Krucka rolled a 12,
Not too bad.
sagely
Roll me one of
saying,
those.
Democracy never worked.
Apropos of this book, I guess. Given, I mean, it's a low roll, obviously, but given your actual history of tons of reading, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word when you read a lot?
Education.
That's
well
not-
read.
That's not the right one. Well read. Given your the fact that you were actually well read, despite the portrayal of your character, the more you read on, the
This
more
is a
this
page
book
turner.
rings a bell. Something like that. This hefty tome was compiled centuries ago by an anonymous author who sought to collect all parables, myths, stories, and encounters specifically with the outer goddess Nimbaloth. According to the introduction, the author's original intent was to create a work that foes of the Empty Death could use to fight against her influence. But as one reads through the book, it becomes apparent that the opposite effect has been achieved by compiling these stories. The author inadvertently generated a work that made it easier for Nimbaloth to influence the world. Those who venerate the Empty Death seek copies of this book to use as a guide and a religious text, while those who don't know better and peruse the book as though it were merely an anthology of stories find themselves unwittingly falling prey to Nimbaloth's cults or agents of the entity herself. Those who study from the Whispering Reeds for too long.
That's good to
might
know after
find
he's just been
adverse
reading it for
effects.
8 hours. Don't suppose he's feeling adverse effects.
You do feel something sort of muddling your brain the longer you go.
I feel like my
all that
brain
wisdom
might
he
be
has.
too full.
You take special care, though. You can use the Whispering Reeds for its original purpose as a weapon against the cult of Nimbaloth. Using it too often or leveraging some of its more powerful effects can cause the user to feel an ominous chill and feel very exposed to some unnatural power. The anonymous compiler wanted to produce an enormous print run of the Whispering Reeds, but after the initial run, they realized the danger and scuttled those plans, instead attempting to destroy these copies already created. This crusade caught the attention of Nimbaloth's cult, who swiftly assassinated the compiler. Fewer than a dozen copies of this rare tome are believed to exist. The book's sinister nature causes all attempts to transcribe it to fail, always resulting in bodies of gibberish.
That effect of the book,
nonsense
is that like passive? Just
texts.
makes people cold all the time, or just feels cold?
You don't know. Feels cold. Yeah. If you press on, you can discover some power that this book has. But you
Yeah.
probably feel quite
He would press
cautious
on.
at this point.
Oh, this book is so good it gives me chills.
Whilst reading, if you spend 10 minutes reading this while researching Nimbaloth, you'll gain a +2 item bonus to the checks. Anything about her and her faith and the creatures associated to her, such as incorporeal undead, vampiric mists, wisps, and other
Okay.
incorporeal creatures associated with death. Once per hour, you can also read aloud a phrase from the book and target a single incorporeal undead creature within 30 feet. The undead creature takes 5d6 positive damage with a basic will save, as portions of their incorporeal being are consumed in patches of 7 equally spaced holes. Why, you don't know. And once per day, you can evoke a tale from the Whispering Reeds that parallels the situation, environment, or creatures nearby. Eerie mists and indistinct whispers rise in a 20-foot emanation around you, and clusters of 7 perfectly spaced divots manifest in the ground, vegetation and flesh of creatures in the emanation other than yourself, and up to 3 creatures you designate at the time of activation. Creatures afflicted with these divots suffer from agonizing mental anguish in a form of crippling despair, and take 4d6 mental damage, basic will save. The mists, whispers, and strange divots fade away at the end of the round, but any creature that takes mental damage from the effect also takes a -1 penalty to saving throws against effects with the emotion trait for 1 minute. And 3 times a day, you can cast one of the following spells at the lowest level possible. Crushing Despair, 1 target within 30 feet only. Fear, at 3rd level. Paranoia, or
One of those
Phantasmal
things
Killer.
is not like the other.
I will reveal that I need to adjust something, but I will reveal this as an item to you in one of your inventories. All of these activations and further research with it put you at risk in some way. They are exceptionally powerful and might provide you with very important information down the line. They might help you, but there is risk. You don't know what that risk is.
Wow,
You just know
that's
it's
a
there.
hell of a book.
Cool.
Krugga. I don't know why I keep saying Krugga. Will somberly close the book.
Much good and much evil can come from this tome. I will carry it if no one else will, but a wise uncle once said, with great power comes great responsibility. Though a wise aardvark once said, it's
Oh my
great to
God, you
learn,
bastard.
because knowledge is power.
And he'll kind of like extend it towards Gilda and Tulok, but not like too eagerly.
Very well spoken. I would like to take a look at that, though,
Mull,
just
sir.
to mull it over, if
Mull.
you don't mind. And Tulok kind of greedily snatches it out of his hands and just kind of leafing through it as they kind of decide to leave the room.
Yeah, Gilda wants nothing to do with that book or really any of those books. I think if you'll allow it, Freeman, while they're doing research and she's kind of keeping her eyes out, she wants to start dismantling this effigy.
Oh, like the big effigy, it's like a big form composed of hundreds of stitched together flesh.
She wants to take it off the wall.
That's a gruesome task you've given yourself. Yeah,
It just doesn't feel right to leave these bodies here like this.
for sure. And you do that, putting it down. Eventually, when Algrail has time, he'll come out and help you and sort of start storing the leftover flesh and meat, if you'll allow.
Yeah, that's fine. Just anything to get this creepy motherfucker down.
Okay. So that's how you spend your time. Once all of this is done, and all this research is completed.
To the listeners at home, he's calculating experience.
I didn't realize I didn't prepare this.
Whatever, just do it off.
No, I got it. So there's so much more wealth in this room too with the other books that this is yet another venue for you guys to do research.
Oh
So
shit.
this level has provided you 3 full venues for research. On your way out, Duffy has been doing his best to help you and grabs the folio off the table and says,
Master Tulak, this has got something very interesting inside. Take a look.
Thank you, Duffy.
and it's a folio of esoteric diagrams.
Oh.
It details a series of linked teleportation circles to quickly move about the abomination vaults, and notes the importance of using the awaken portal ritual to activate them, should time or mischance deplete them of power. The awaken portal ritual, in detail, is included.
Nice.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I was wondering how we were going to get that.
Thank God for the sentient
That
bag.
is fucking awesome.
Stemming the Tide is an actual play podcast of the Adventure Path Abomination Vaults and is produced by the Uncharted North Network. Stemming the Tide uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Stemming the Tide is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Music is composed by Will Savino and artwork by Greyhood. Stemming the Tide is recorded remotely using Foundry Virtual Tabletop. If you wish to connect with us or support this project and projects to come, we can be found at unchartednorth.ca, patreon.com/unchartednorth, and on all major social media platforms. Links to all credits can be found in the episode description and our website. Thanks for tuning in.